Open forum. Amy?
I'd just like to take the time to thank Hazel for her work in our community.
All right.
And take a moment.
All right, yeah, thank you. That'd be a loss. Kind of miss her chair sitting there. All right, general business. Item 9, consideration of purchase agreement and open forum. That's right. We're still on open forum. Kim? I thought that was my open forum, and then I missed the sheet.
I've been receiving more feedback from people that are concerned about the connections between the North Star train and the North Star Link bus, that people are still getting stranded. Hoping for really good communication somehow. And then whatever people decide with all the different parties, whether it's going to be a train or bus, people are begging for middle of the day ways to get to and from St. Cloud and Minneapolis. I've got a friend who has one appointment in Brooklyn Park and she has to sit there like hours and hours waiting for the way back. So something in the middle of the day that people can use.
Is the train moving at that time, or the train's not either? So, I mean, it's not...
But the latest trend for what people are talking about is maybe buses, but whatever people come up with to think of the middle of the day.
Okay. All right. Tom, you can work on that a little bit or think about it?
I mean,
Comments?
the only comment I can share with the commissioners is that, as you recall, North Star was developed to be it's commuter rail. It operates in the morning for morning rush and afternoon for afternoon rush. The primary direction is southbound in the morning to take the masses into Minneapolis in the afternoon outbound. That was what the primary purpose of North Star was. The midday service that exists is only on Friday, but that was a replacement of service that Metro Transit was running as far as Elk River. We tacked on to it and with our Friday midday service to let people leave downtown Minneapolis earlier in the afternoon because the train doesn't start running until around 4 o'clock. That was kind of to the extent of our budgets allowed us to do at that time. And there really hasn't been any other discussion about adding any additional trips to North Star for the foreseeable future. I don't anticipate. Metro Transit, I was going to say over a year ago, time flies, had some discussion with us about looking at midday trains. I haven't heard a word since. I think until maybe we see some ridership climb again, I don't know that discussion is going to be resurrected. I don't foresee.
During our open houses, was there much discussion on that?
Not
as far
really.
as us just taking a bus down like to the target field
Well,
to get to light rail? Was there any discussion? Did anybody bring that up, or was there much comment on it?
Not really, because frankly, when we did our long-range plan stuff, we were focused on Metro bus service. Was really where we were focusing our attention, because that's what we wanted. The majority of our resources to look at. There was. We always hear some comments like Kim provides. That there's some interest in some midday service or even some additional service on weekends, but I don't know how real that demand is, and I don't think that Metro Transit at this point has the resources to run train consists during the middle part of the day.
Right.
I'm just not sure that they've got it's pretty spendy service if the ridership isn't there.
Yeah.
But we'll if we hear anything, we certainly let you know.
All right. Thanks. Anything else in open forum?
Well, I had a question to follow up on Kim's comments that I wasn't in the place to talk about when we passed the consent, and I don't have a problem with it, so I would have voted the same. But I do see the trend for the numbers being off, like we're increasing our hours for the North Star Link, but then we have the ridership is down, and I think wasn't it that are we evaluating that, or is it do we know why that is?
North Star Link ridership you're talking about?
Yeah, I noticed on that we increased the hours, right? But the ridership dropped.
Yeah, we haven't changed any service for North Star Link. That's the same. It's been the same for over 2 years. That we've had the same Same schedule, I should say.
Okay.
If
I
you
guess
look
I'm
at the
looking at
monthly
service
ridership-
hours.
Well, if you look at the monthly ridership, service hours may vary from
Okay.
year to year. So like August of last year might be different than, because
Sure.
you might have an extra day, or
Yeah, it's a holiday.
depends how the weekends fall.
Right.
So that varies. That varies with all of our, when you do the year-to-year comparison by month. But the schedule hasn't, we haven't changed the schedule for quite some time, yeah.
And then I was wondering, do you think that the conversation about the midday train has kind of subsided because Annie's running for something and not running for a train right now? You know,
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Uh,
Annie?
Oh,
No, I know what
great.
you're talking about. No, I
Yeah.
don't think that.
No, it hasn't.
No, you
I
don't
don't
think
think
she's
that's-
not out there pushing her,
Oh, no.
okay. I just was wondering if, speculating, like to speculate, keep things interesting.
All right, anything else open forum? All right, item 9,